Thank you, Dean Romzek. Friends of the School of Public Affairs. As the communications director for the grad council, I've been sending emails every Friday to the black void that is the email listserv, so bear with me as I deal with having a captive audience for once. I'd like to start by thanking President Kerwin, Provost Bass, Dean Romzek and the trustees, and all of the associate deans at the School of Public Affairs. And I'd like to give a special shout out to Dean Vicki Wilkins for her guidance and support over the past year. I'd also like to thank my family who traveled all the way up here from Florida and found out yesterday that I would be speaking this morning. So surprise. And because tomorrow is Mother's Day, I'd like to give a special warm shout out to my mom and to mothers everywhere, because without you, these seats would literally be empty. So, thank you. And now I'd like to offer a word of encouragement to the graduating class of 2015. And that word is YOLO. That's right, you only live once. It's the carpe diem of teenagers everywhere. It's a phrase so poignant in its simplicity, there's little surprise that it's infiltrated the lexicon of today's 140-character youth. The phrase was popularized by the 2011 hit, The Motto by Drake, but anyone with music sense would tell you that that You Only Live Once was the title of a 2006 song by The Strokes. YOLO's reception as a popular phrase is best characterized by the following Urban Dictionary entry. Ready? YOLO, a stupid motto that countless teenagers live by because it gives them the excuse to be promiscuous, commit crimes, drink underage, do drugs, and deny responsibility for their actions. You only live once was also the first sentence of my personal statement when I applied to the American University School of Public Affairs. And yes, I have yet to figure out why they accepted me, but I'm not here to question that on graduation day. So what is it about YOLO that compelled me to include it in my personal statement? To answer that question, I'm gonna have to tell you a little bit about the graduating class of 2015. You see, we all have a different story. Some of us started our master's program after serving in the military. Some of us are making a mid-career shift into a new field. And some of us started grad school straight out of college. Some, like myself, took a year off to travel, intern, or campaign before setting our sights on higher academic ambitions. We come from every corner of the country and every corner of the world. But despite our different backgrounds, we each share a passion that binds us together as a community. Now, during my time on the SPA Graduate Student Council, I've had the pleasure of meeting and working closely with a good number of the students in our program. And there's one thing that I've found that binds each of us together, and that's a sense of purpose. You see, in a program that's focused on public affairs and policy, it doesn't take long to figure out what keeps people up at night. If it's environmental sustainability, food insecurity, national defense, closing the achievement gap, providing affordable health care to the needy, or whatever your issue is, everybody has their personal issue that makes them tick. And that's what makes the School of Public Affairs so special, because we each have a purpose, our own unique calling that drew us to this corner of Washington to study the art of creating change. Now this morning, I'm looking out at the faces of my peers who will soon, along with myself, be graduating. It's been a busy few years, but the time has finally come for us to don the gowns of graduates and go out and do what we came here to do, to change the world. Which brings me back to YOLO. You see, for me, YOLO isn't just a colloquialism of the tortured teenager, desperate for attention in a world that dispenses fame like Pez candies to the passing viral fad. See, YOLO is a call to action, because once you reckon with the fact that you only live once, then every action becomes a decision, and every word bears consequence. The SPA class of 2015 is a cohort of students who recognize that responsibility. We started this program with dedication and passion, and now we're leaving it with the skills to make the world a better place. YOLO is a charge only for those who are willing to dedicate themselves to living a purposeful life. So next time you hear someone say YOLO, don't cringe and run in the other direction. Instead, let it serve as a reminder that you only live once, and that a life with purpose is the only life worth leading. Thanks.